How's it going, my glorious demon hunter bastards? Name's FOXSOL. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more Wallet May Cry, the game trying to separate your cash from your wallet and make you cry. I hope you guys are having a good one. I'm doing pretty well myself. I'm a little upset, but we'll get into that shortly. So, in today's video, we are going to do a character breakdown of Peerless legend Dante. Basically, the character that should actually be a better character. And we'll get into it right now. Oh boy, oh boy. Let me put this in full screen. So, Peerless legend Dante. Let's go ahead, let's go into our hunter book here and let us go take a look at him. We're going to go ahead. Core of Darkness would be his first primarily. We're going to discuss his weapon. It would be his primary weapon would be Core of Darkness. That is the other weapon you can go ahead and summon for. We got lucky on the summons. We actually got really lucky on the summons. It was pretty good on us. But what we're going to end up doing is we're going to actually come into here and we're going to go through all of the rank up talents real quick, all the way from B ranking, and we're going all the way to EX, and you're going to see for yourself just what this character is actually about. So when we get to B, he increased resilience, you know, the combo B, hot stuff, and grants these skills a small pulling effect during the activation of these two skills, decreasing the damage by 60%. At A, he gets Peerless legend in the lineup. All hunters inflict 20% more damage to burning targets and targets that hit on the purple. Note this, please, for future purposes. But you're going to get him at S. So these are two other skills that you're going to end up getting. But with S, after activating applause, you increase the overall damage of 5% for the next 15 seconds, which can stack up to 3 times. So right there, that is 15, that is 30, that is what, 45. When we go to S plus, we have Lotus, which decreases the number of lightning orbs that applause by 1, gains the 1 stack of Ember each time the fire skill is activated, and at 50 stacks, upgrades all lightning orbs of the subsequent applause to flame orbs, which inflict more damage, and then each flame orb hits a target, it increases fire and electric damage by the target taken by 10%. This is when we're going to start having some fun. The instance of Barrow Time hits a target. The damage is increased by 100%. Infernal Crystal periodically activates Large Lightning Strike and applies fire and electric pin to targets affected by a purple mark, increasing the fire and electric damage taken by 10%. There's another game with the character called Yinlin and Wavering Waves. If you've played Wavering Waves, you'll know that this is actually her skill as well. So if you play Wavering Waves, you'll have a good idea how this is going to work. When we get to SS plus, we are going to get Peerless legend in the lineup. All hunters inflict 30% more damage to burning targets or targets hit with the purple mark. When we go to SSS, when Revolver Turbulence hits a target, you increase overall damage of the entire lineup by 12% for the next 30 seconds, and the first activation of Revolver Turbulence during a battle grants the entire lineup 1000 MP. Yeah, if you're noticing, instead of actually skills that's benefiting him, we're benefiting the lineup, which means that Peerless legend is not a DPS, he is a support character. When Peerless legend is in the lineup, all hunters will inflict 60% more damage to burning targets or targets hit with purple mark. And when we get to EX, the White Ape, after encountering the field from Infernal Crystal, Peerless legend gains 20% increase in skill damage. All hunters that enter the field will gain 10% increase of electric and fire damage, and 20% increase in crit damage. Gains 400 MP after activating Barrow Time. It's a support. He's a support character. Everybody who was hoping that he was going to be a main DPS, nope, he is a support character. Which honestly, I am fine with, because I'm going to tell you that when you're building teams in here and you're building your units, really quickly, it doesn't matter whether it's a support, it doesn't matter whether it's a character like fucking Knight of the Order Nero, for example. It doesn't matter if it's nomadic lightning Virgil. You can make it do damage. You can make it work however you want, because we have different elements. We have runes, we have cards, we have weapons. All these things help complement a character and helps you determine what type of playstyle you want to make. So if you do have Peerless Legend Dante, or you are planning to get Peerless Legend Dante, you can still make him a DPS. It's just going to take a little extra work in the different departments. Now, before we get into more of his weapon, well, we'll go get to his weapon actually. Before we get into cards though, we're going to hit the skills after this. But Core of Darkness is his weapon, and I only unlocked one of them, but you know, for Demon Subject 1, level 1, it increases the overall damage by 10%. And increases the MP from Scales and Peerless by 30. If we get it up to level 2, it's 20% and 60. A 2-star, it will increase the damage from Infernal Things, crystals, but Lightning Strike by 20%. Lightning Strikes can be immediately cause targets to burn, increasing the overall damage of Peerless Legend by 15%. Yes, you heard that correctly. Lightning Strikes will cause burn effect. We're gonna have a lot to talk about here. 4-star, Happy Entrance. The Infernal Crystals will periodically inflict damage and apply flame marks and target marks for 40% and more electric and fire damage. This effect does not stack. Overall, those buffs right there, not bad for the weapon. But we're still not done. We're going to hit skills real quick. And this is where this character becomes a confusing mess to a certain degree. So first and foremost, we have combo A, and I will showcase this here in a minute, but we have combo A that does 318.5 fire damage. We have combo B that does 1,106.5% fire damage. We have pole plate that does 128.6 fire damage. You're seeing this, it's fire damage. Okay, so all basic attacks right here are all going to be based on fire damage. Secondary attack, which is the tap and hold skill for applause, will fire 3 lightning orbs, and upon impact of the target, lightning orbs will remain for a while, and they will continuously attack, which is enough when there's enough energy, so you can hold the basic attack button again and activate it repeatedly until your energy is depleted. You'll have another meter that you'll have to manage, but this does not affect fire. This does not inflict fire damage. It affects electrical damage. Okay, 143.6%. Rockback, when activating applause, will increase the overall damage by 5%. Okay, and it stacks up 3 times. Lotus, like we already talked about before. So I'm not worried about the evasion jump QTE, but evasion jump is going to be electric damage, you know, 1,395% here. And with a perfect counter, it's a 360. We got electric damage in different case scenarios, which is fine. We got our, you know, everything is pretty well. We're going to go into our QTE real quick. Our QTE, it's going to be based on inflicting 800% on fire damage, but while in the air, gathering lightning around your weapon, but for slashing is inflicting 950.4% electric damage. Okay, good. Style, hot stuff. Fire damage, 706% fire damage. Long revolver, 1,195.6 electric damage. This all matters, okay? This all fucking matters in how you're gonna build the character, because there's multiple ways of building this. Long barrel, 367.1% electric damage. Okay? And then his ultimate skill, okay, barrel time. You will slam harshly downwards. Lightning, summoning lightning forth tickets hit by the lightning will be affected by a purple mark. So they gather a purple mark and they will be inflicted with a 392.9% electric damage. Falling lightning will also summon infernal crystals, which will last in the field for 14 seconds, providing various buffs to hunters on the field. Simultaneously, infernal crystals will strike the target, dealing again 130.9% electric damage. And we got, you know, our different passives when we go up higher. Not to worry about it. We've already went through it technically by reading the other part. When it comes to the cards, you can do a full Pluton card set to do, you know, overall damage increasement by 2%. for a 4-card set and 16% additional fire. You could, in all honesty, do a full Minotaur card set to which you are going to make your alt hit like a fucking truck. So, because your alt is based on electric damage, so you can do a full electric card set and make that alt, you know, increase electric damage by 80%. It is a actual possibility. You don't have to be listening to the fucking fake bullshit on DMC's fucking official channel saying, oh, we recommend the Pluton card set. We recommend that because of the basic attacks. However, in some case scenario, you'll see why you may want to consider doing a Minotaur card set. Hey, you may want to consider doing, even since it's a support character, you may want to consider doing a Nevin card set right here, because overall, when you're gonna start getting him to EX, you know, you're gonna start duping him. Pretty much, he's a support. He's going to build up the overall damage for the entire lineup with his skill. So you might as well consider doing a Nevin card set and making him a support if that's what you're looking at. You could even look at doing a Beowulf card set, which will increase the overall damage by 10%. But after hitting in QTE, it will increase the physical and elemental damage against a target by 16% for the next 16 seconds. You could even use this card set. It will work. The only card set that's not going to work for him is going to be the Phantom card set. In all honesty, unless you're, well, technically it could. The Phantom card set could work if you're worried about the crit rate and the crit damage, but you're not going to benefit from the physical damage. You could, let's see, Cerberus, you could, you know, when you're above 50%, you could increase your overall damage by 24%, but you're not going to get a benefit because of ice damage. But in all honesty, Pluton cards, Minotaur cards is probably what I would recommend if you're looking for just the alt side of things, to make your alt hit like a truck, because he's a support, so he's just going to be in there for a few seconds and you're just going to swap him anyway. So if that's the case, and you're just going to swap him around, I highly recommend doing the Minotaur, either the Minotaur card set or the Beowulf card set, or even the Nevin card set, because in all honesty, there's a lot of problems with this character. And there's a few pros. One of the pros is that he will hit like a truck with his electrical damage. His electrical damage technically is more prominent than his fire damage when it comes to skills and his ult. So that's why, like I would say, you could look at focusing in that direction. Now, let's actually take a look at the character, and let me go ahead and explain to you, or show you what the character is all about real quick, and give you a complete rundown on this character and give you my actual thoughts about it. Okay, this is going to be the most true. We're going to keep this as unlimited, normal, and idle, so that way, you know, there is no buffing anything, there is nothing. We're going to do a fire team. We have the Pluton card set, doesn't matter. Like I said, you can do any card set you want, but we're going to get into the truth of the matter on this. Okay, and I want people to see this for what it is. Let's wait for the demon to summon. First and foremost, the design of Dante, fucking love it. I actually do fucking love the design on this Dante, because it is DMC5 Dante. It is an older Dante. We're not stuck with babyface Dante like this right here. Okay, so it's a different Dante. It's the mature Dante. It's something new, something more appealing to look at. So with that being stated, we can go ahead and we will start with his combo A. Combo A is basically a 3-hit combo. Boom. And slams into the ground. It works with his staff. Does decent fire damage. Pretty well. It will go ahead, you know, every attack will increase overall damage for this right here, and it will also get your fire pin going. With that being said, if you just go ahead and pause in the middle, you can go into combo B, which looks like this. Again, you're going to get overall damage that's going to stack, and you're going to get a continuously burned stack on top of that. I think that's relatively pretty good, okay? Personally, I think that's fine. Now, with that being stated, we'll go ahead and show this one more time. Oh, I fucked it up. Well, that's applause. That would be the other skill, applause, by just holding it down, which shoots an orb in the ground, as you see, and it continuously does electric damage. That's not exactly what I wanted. I wanted to showcase again, you know, combo B. It's a slow moving combo. This is where my problem with the character is starting to come in. The character on paper sounds good. The videos that was showcasing this from the official channel looked good. They lied, in my personal opinion. We're gonna go with the skill set. First part of the skill is we gotta hold down our skill. This allows us to do the nunchuck. After that, we can press this and we can siphon them in. Here's where the problem comes in. You have a 15-second cooldown. 15 fucking seconds till you can use it again. If you think about DMC 3, you think about DMC 5. This Nunchuck Dante, is what I'll call him. Nunchuck Dante was a Dante that didn't hit like a truck. This Dante was fast. This Dante was maneuverable. This Dante basically was the Bruce Lee, like the fastest mode in the entire game, you know? And it's been reduced to this. Now you can fuck this up. If you just press this right here, right? You just press this once, you can't do the nunchucks. This is a big problem. This is a big problem. You can't, I'm holding down, like you can see. I am pressing, you can hear it. I am pressing to hold it, nothing. If you accidentally press this and you don't hold first, you're not doing the nunchucks. You're only gonna do the siphoning. And you gotta wait 15 seconds to be able to use your skill again. Oh, but you know, you can use, you know, your basics. Which, yeah, you can use it, but it's slow as hell. And that is not what this character showcased, in my personal opinion, that the trailer showcased. It didn't show a sluggish, slow Dante. This is the only way you can use the nunchucks, and then you use the pole arm. So if the problem comes here is that if you come in basically with a character, right? You're coming in and you're switching, and you're trying to go ahead and extend your combo. You want to hit the nunchucks. What happens is this. You can't hold it. You have to actually wait a second before you go ahead and you can use the nunchucks. Otherwise, it will automatically default when holding down the button, your skill button, to go ahead and just do this when we want to do the nunchucks. So I digress. This is a more slow-paced character. So if you were thinking that this was going to be a fast-paced, you know, like Fist of Salvation, fucking Tempest, fucking Dante, even Demon Hunter Dante, it was going to be fast action-paced maneuverability, you're dead wrong. This character is not designed for that purpose. The character's ult is even worse in a sense. You could do it in both the air, you could do it on the ground, which is in the air, from my understanding, it does a homing, and that's your slam. This is what gives the benefit to the team. This is what gives them a purple mark. So that way, when you bring in another character, you can go ahead and you can do additional damage, and you can keep the electrical penetration and fire damage going on. Okay? Whoop they fucking do. The ult is not flashy. The ult is just a basic support Yinlin from Wavering Waves. But it can hit like a truck. It's just not gonna look fucking flashy as fuck. It's not gonna be something cool like, you know, fucking Dante shoving the fucking nunchucks into the ground and fucking making an ice sculpture, you know, out of an enemy or some shit, you know, something cool. It's going to be this bullshit where he slams it down and walla bing, walla boom, there you go, that's all you get. This Dante is not going to be a Dante that you're going to dominate boss raid with. That's another problem with this character from all the skill set. It really isn't. Because let me give you a pinpoint thing. Here's his jump attack. You have no mid-air combos. There is no mid-air combos with Dante. You got, you know, you can throw applause out there if you have the energy. If you have the 3 energy bars that's under your life meter up there, yeah, you can throw applause. But otherwise, there is no mid-air combos. So if you're going to be fighting like the Nightmare DMD and you got to fight Carcass, you know, the fucking chicken motherfucker, and you got to be up in the air, you're going to have to rely on your team to fucking handle that. You're not going to be jumping up there and doing any kind of damage. You're going to be pole dancing your ass coming down. And even if you did do something like, you know, the skill set to throw your nunchuck out to do electric damage, or even, you know, use nunchuck in the air, you may hit the bird once, but you're going to have to wait 15 seconds as you're pole dancing your ass all the way back to the ground. The character, to me, has a lot of problems, and I'm showcasing this video. I'm showcasing this character because this is the character that made me come back to POC. This is what I was looking forward to. I was looking forward to bow staff, nunchuck, fucking Dante. I was looking forward to a high-paced, fast-action character. I was expecting Fist of Salvation form Dante, where I can switch between the staff and the nunchucks like a style set like this, where you see how we can change from feet to punches and there's no cooldown, to come into old man fucking support Dante that is the 15-second man. You get 15 seconds of the coolest of the coolest part of the fucking weapon. I don't care about the bow staff. And you're going to play in a slow motion based style, it's just slow. It's rugged, it's not smooth, and this makes me question whether the developers actually have ever played a Devil May Cry game before. It really legitimately does. They're going to try to make you summon for this character, tell you, oh look, we finally got you, the Dante y'all been wanting, and this Dante does not do nearly what he is supposed to be doing. Not even the bow staff is a fast-paced action DPS style. I don't mind the support addition to it. I don't mind that the Dante has a support additional role to him, but for someone who's supposed to be a heavy dealer, I would expect that the character would legitimately have other benefits. To me, it makes no sense why you'll have characters like Virgil, they'll have like a 5-second cooldown on their sword skill, or even, you know, Count Thunder, that will have where you could rank it up to an SS plus and get rapid 0 cooldown on his skill. Why doesn't this Dante even have that option? I do not know. But I am going to tell you that if you are looking at spending money to get Peerless Legend Dante, save your cash. He's not worth it. The other Dantes that has released that I don't have, Tempest and such, is going to be a better version of the Dante anyway for Fire Dante. Fist of Salvation would be a better use of your money, because if you're coming in here thinking you're going to play Bruce fucking Lee Dante like you did in DMC 3 or you did in DMC 5, you're sadly mistaken. This right here proves to me that there is a problem, and what I would totally recommend is either a complete rework on the character, make it to where the bow staff and the nunchucks can be, you know, style swap, or remove the cooldown on this, or even just lower it down to like 1 second, like 1 or 2 seconds, 15 seconds cooldown to go ahead and do combos. That is going to be relatively fucking stupid. Yes, you have other skills and everything else, but in all honesty, you're not going to be enjoying this character. Like, I thought I was going to enjoy this character. Maybe you will, you know, maybe you will, boo boo. And if you do, that's good for you. But I really want to showcase this character in truth to people before they decide to go ahead and, you know, summon this character and they're on the fence, and tell you that if you're looking for a high-paced action Dante, you're thinking you're going to get the Dante that we all thought we were going to get. I'm sorry. You were mistaken. I mean, you can somewhat make this work, but you see, like right here, I'm trying to do the nunchucks. And because you cannot cancel out, this is a big fucking problem. Now, I just discovered this now in this video. Fuck. I am doing other moves, right? I am doing this, I am doing this, and I'm trying to cancel out certain moves. So certain moves cannot cancel out to nunchucks. It will go straight into this. That's what you got to watch out for. You actually got to give it a second delay, because if you try to, and I'll see if I can do it again. Like, I was doing combo B, so we're doing combo B. See? I cannot cancel out in certain frames into the rolling shit. Oh god, this is just horrible. This is actually, I think, the worst character that they have released. Like, this to me is a D tier list character. Like, legitimately, there's ways of fixing this character to make him really fucking good, and I'm sure that you can get the damage. Don't get me wrong. I am sure you can pull the fucking damage out of your ass, and you can make him hit like a truck. But the problem is that it's just not fun to play, and that's the reason why I'm going to put it as a D tier. D tier. He's the wacky pizza man that I was looking forward to. That's just ruined. So, take from what that you will, guys. This was a quick video on Peerless Legend Dante. This was a showcase because I want to give you the actual character. I wanted to give you an actual showcase on it, my thoughts on it. Hopefully, you know, you like the video, all that good stuff. I will tell you that starting Friday, we are going to be switching back to Wavering Waves to do more stuff on Wavering Waves over Devil May Cry. That's to this weekend's position. I will try to get back to DMC probably by next Monday or so, but Wavering Waves will come first, because I can tell you right now, if you join me on those live streams and you just look at my videos, there's more Devil May Cry content that's in Wavering Waves than there is in this game. There's actually a character in there that is full-blown endless gut judgment Virgil. Like, if you like endless judgment Virgil in here, there's a character I could introduce you to, which is a 4-star character that will do everything you want that Virgil can do. I'm just saying. So until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side. Have a good one.